Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Heidi. I want to thank everyone first of all for watching, liking, subscribing, and leaving comments on my videos. I have just been really encouraged by the fact that some people are watching, and that makes me really happy and motivated to continue. So thanks so much, guys. So this video is going to be part 6 and the last part of my completed pages videos. And let's just start out. So the first ones that I'm going to show you are printed out pages that I just keep in a binder. In this first group here, these are all from a website called Mandala or Mandala.com, and some of these are printed on copy paper, some on cardstock, some on watercolor paper, just whatever I felt like. And this is really fun. You can download free PDFs or just download the image and print. I don't know if they're PDFs actually, maybe they're JPEGs, but so this first one was done with alcohol markers. I love mandalas. I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos that these are kind of my comfort coloring, so kind of go to them when I'm not feeling up to doing something more complicated. And this page was on watercolor paper, hot press watercolor paper using alcohol markers. I just wanted to see how it would look, and it worked out pretty well. And then this one was also on watercolor paper using watercolors this time. It was really fun to do. I did a bunch of these kind of all in a row for a couple months. I think it was last year. And this one was on a thinner paper, and this was with water-based markers and gel pens. You can see some of the sparkle there. That one. And then this one was also water-based markers with some, I think, fine liners on top. I did, or maybe some gel pens. I did some of the little dots here. And same thing here, water-based markers, gel pens. You can see some of the shimmer in the light. That one. This one. Same deal. I don't think there's any gel pens on this one. Oh yeah, there is. You can see this, the shimmer there. This one I did just with colored pencil, and I think it was Crayolas. May have you, oh, and I used some metallic pencils, and it looks like a little bit of gel pen too for a little bit of iridescence. That one. And this one was with, I remember, Bic Flares, which is a water-based marker. And I believe this is actually watercolor paper too. And then these last two are just copy paper. I did that with water-based markers. I'm not sure if there's gel pen. And then lastly, from Monday Mandala, this one, and I think I used fine liners and some gel pen on that one. So that's it for those. And then, excuse me, this next group are PDFs that I bought from a couple different Etsy shops. And this one was called Intricate Mandala, and if you are interested in it, let me know in the comments and I can look it up. But I don't remember the name of the shop at the moment. And I did this one on watercolor paper as well. It feels like it. And I believe this is all fine liners. And then these next loose leaf ones are from a PDF set that I bought, and it's called Mandala Moods. And I don't remember the name of the shop, but if you are interested, let me know in the comments and I can find out. So this first one is watercolor paper using watercolors. And then this one was fine liners and water-based markers, like other non-fine liner markers. And I believe this was also on watercolor paper. And I did try to do some detailing with the fine liners, like just little lines and cross-hatching for something, just try to do something different. And then this next one is on cardstock, like a light cardstock. And I used, for these middle parts here, I used oil pastel just to see what would happen, because I had just gotten some and I was really enjoying using them. But I didn't want to use them in coloring books. I just didn't know what it would do to the paper. And actually, when I went to get this out of the binder this morning, I saw that the areas where I had the oil pastel had kind of like eaten away, not eaten away exactly, but sort of warped the plastic in the binder. So it's really not a good thing to use without some kind of a protection, like some kind of like a spray fixative or something like that. So I should probably spray this with fixative. And then the rest is, I believe, alcohol markers and a little bit of gel pen, maybe. And then this one was also watercolor and watercolor paper. And all the watercolor paper that I've been showing is the Arche brand. It's spelled like arches, but pronounced Arche, I guess. It's really nice paper, like 100% cotton, really good quality. So you can do a lot more with it with the watercolors. They don't just sit on the surface, it actually sinks into the paper a bit more. So yeah, this was with watercolors. And then lastly, this is on light cardstock, and I used acrylic paints for most of it. All of the colored areas was done with acrylic paint. The middle, I think, is sparkly. Actually, I think that's also like metallic acrylic paint, the Arteza brand. And then the gray outside was done with alcohol markers. So that's it for my loose leaf stuff. And then I have two Angie Grace books. The first is called Nifty for crayons and wide tip markers, and I got this because I bought a set of Crayola crayons and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to use them in, and it turned out that she had created this book just for that, so I got it and did this page here with Crayola crayons, and I like how it turned out. It's a little bit pale. It's kind of hard to color with crayons unless you really burnish. You always end up with that texture, which is okay, I guess. I mean, as long as you like having that sort of crayon texture. So I did that one. And then I did this page, which was, I did it first in crayons, and then I wondered what would happen if I went over it with water-based markers. So I did, and you kind of can't really, well, you can in some areas. You can tell, like with the purple here, you can still see that texture, but it just kind of darkens up the color. So yeah, that's how that turned out, and I like it. It's much brighter. I might try that again in the future. So that's it for this, but if you're curious, I'll just give a really quick flip through. Yeah, so that's what this book is like. Nifty. And then I also have Balance by Angie Grace, and she has many volumes of these Mandala books, and I just have the one. So I did this first page with water-based markers. I really like her style. Isn't it pretty? It's printed on Amazon paper, so the paper is a little thin. You can see it kind of buckles even with just water-based markers, but it, you know, the pages are one-sided, so it's okay. I did this also with water-based markers and some gel pen, I believe, for some shimmer on top. And this one is alcohol markers. And then this one is with water-based markers and some gel pens. And, you know, shimmery and iridescent gel pens, as well as just some regular old gel pens, like for the really neon green right there. Yeah, I was pretty happy with how that page came out. And I believe that's it in this book. Balance from Angie Grace. Then I have several Creative Haven books, and these are all kind of in the same vein with abstract, kind of geometric art, mandala-like in a lot of cases. So this is Mandala Tessellations. I don't know why it's Tessellations. Tessellations from John Wick. And I did this page. That is with alcohol markers exclusively. That was fun. Yeah, these are all fun, but I say that for every page, so I need to try not to be so repetitive. And this one was alcohol markers again with some colored pencil on top for the shading, if you can see. Try to do a little just to give it some depth. Gives it a little bit more depth and otherwise. Yeah, so there's 2 pages, and Mandala Tessellations by John Wick, and then another one by John Wick, Dimensions. And I just did this title page in this book. And in this one I did with alcohol markers with some, did I do coloring pencil? I think this was just alcohol markers. Actually, I was trying to do some blending. Yeah, so that's it for that one. And then Tessellation Patterns from John Wick. And I did this page. And again, this is alcohol markers. I think this was the Sharpie Ultra Fine tip. Now, I'll show these books more in upcoming videos where I go through my collection. This next one is Snowflake Mandalas by Martino, I believe. Yeah, Martino. And so I did 2 pages in here. I did this wintry snowflake page with water-based markers and some gel pen for the shimmery snowflakes. And then I did this page, which was intended to be sort of Christmassy, like kind of like a Christmas ornament, but I'm not sure that really worked. It sort of looks African to me, like the colors, but I like it anyway. And this was all done with, of course, fine liners, because it's so small, like all the details are super small. And I may have used some Arteza toy markers as well, and then some gel pen to add some shimmery accents. So there's that. Snowflake Mandalas. And then the last Creative Haven book I have is Art Nouveau Mandalas by John Elves, or Elves. And I did the first page. And this one I did with alcohol markers and some colored pencil for the shading and for the pale background. And these are really pretty. Yeah, this one. So there's that. And then I have more mandalas in the Color It mandalas. So this is, here, let's switch these around. This is volume 1. And I did, let's see if I can find the page. And these are really nice books with cardstock paper, and then one-sided, so you can use whatever you want in them. Did this page here with, again, water-based markers. But then I used some fine liners to go around each little area and put some little dots, which took quite some time, but I really like the effect of it. It ends up looking almost like a quilt, like a quilting pattern, where the dots are like the stitches. I like that effect. This is very bright and cheerful. And then I did this page with water-based markers and a lot of gel pen. Maybe it's all gel pen, I don't remember. I think actually maybe it was. I had just gotten a bunch of gel pens, so I was just going to town with them. And yeah, you can see all the sparkly and iridescent stuff happening there. So that is volume 1 of the Color It Mandalas book. And then the last book I have in this whole series is the Color It Mandalas volume 2. And I did this page. Once again, this is water-based markers, and I think it's exclusively water-based markers and some fine liners. Well, those are water-based as well, but yeah, I like that one too. So that is it. That is every single thing I have colored up to the present moment. And once again, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you'll leave comments for me. I love to see the comments. Subscribe if you like my colorings. I'm planning on more videos like my complete coloring book collection. I think I'll do that next. My coloring supplies, and then monthly, you know, what I colored in such and such a month. I'm definitely going to keep up with that. So, yeah, thanks so much for being here with me, and hope to see you in the next video. Take care.